Hey, this is Robert Bob TV, Freedom on Fire. Hey, how you doing today? There's big noise about John Lewis making a comment on Trump being illegitimate. Watch this.
You have forged relationships with many presidents. Do you plan on trying to forge a relationship with Donald Trump?
You know, I believe in forgiveness. I believe in trying to work with people. It's going to be hard. It's going to be very difficult. I don't see this president-elect as a legitimate president.
You do not consider him a legitimate president. Why is that?
I think the Russians participated in helping this man get elected, and they helped destroy the candidacy of Hillary Clinton. I don't plan to attend the inauguration. It would be the first one that I miss since I've been in the Congress. You cannot be at home with something that you feel that is wrong.
That's going to send a big message to a lot of people in this country that you don't believe he's a legitimate president.
I think there was a conspiracy on the part of the Russians and others to help him get elected. That's not right. That's not fair. That's not the open democratic process.
Here we go. Now, I know my black community going to get mad at me. Look, let me tell you something. I respect John Lewis for what he did, marching with Dr. Martin Luther King over the bridge in Selma. I respect that. I respect him as a civil rights icon. But now we got a civil rights icon in office. What have the civil rights icon did in the past 8 years? What have he done? What laws have he tried to legislate and pass? I hear people like Jamal Bryant, and I respect you, Jamal Bryant. Back to John Lewis. I respect John Lewis as a civil rights icon. I respect him, what he did with Dr. King and Selma. But in the last 8 years, he is a politician now. And when people become politicians, they seem to forget where they came from. And don't think just because he's a civil rights icon that he cannot forget where he came from. What has he done for black people in the past 8 years with Obama in office? You tell me. You hit my comment box and tell me. Like I said, if it's something, I know I'm not far from saying I was wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong about Jesse Jackson not going to Dakota. I saw the brother on a horse riding to Dakota like he's the Lone Ranger, so I took it back. I got your respect, Jesse Jackson. But I have no respect for a man who sit there and back a corrupt politician when his fellow freedom fighter, Bernie Sanders, who fought for freedom rights in Chicago on a college campus to try to make equal rights for black students to get the same housing as any other students. You got a civil rights leader denying another civil rights leader for corporatists who put in policies to oppress the black people or help put in policies along with her husband to suppress black people in the community for as the Welfare Act and in the jail system for as the crime bill. And you got so sold out to this lady. I don't know what it is about her. You got so sold out to her that you sat there and lied that you never, he's trying to make it seem like he's not a civil rights icon. I didn't see him. Well, are you, come on, really? Like your place was the only place to fight for freedom rights. Anyway, I digress. I have no respect for what John Lewis have done in the past 8 years. What you done back in the day, hands up to you, thumbs up, Doc, appreciate you. You did that for me, I appreciate that. But today, nothing. Today, you're back to corporatist candidate. Today, what they talking about people over here cooning for Donald Trump. Man, please. Kissing the butt of white corporatists? If that ain't cooning, I don't know what it is. You sat there and went and campaigned for somebody who cheated the election process in the primaries, and you're supposed to be fighting for civil rights. Come on, Doc. Come on. So, my black family members, my black friends, you can get mad at me all you want. John Lewis have not done nothing for us in the last 8 years. I'm hoping he'll do it starting today. But I'm protesting Trump because he's illegitimate. You sound like the Trump people. I mean, you sound like the Republicans when Obama took office. They said the same freaking thing. He's illegitimate. I don't think he's from this country. And come on, you sound just like them. Is that where we going with America? Are you going to be like the Republicans? Do whatever you can to stop Trump. Do whatever you can. Because that's what they tried to do to Obama. They illegitimized his presidency. They said he was not from this country. You know who started that? Your girl. When she released those pictures of him in African attire, supposed to make it seem like he's a Muslim radicalist. She did that. Debbie Wasserman Schultz did that. The one you went and campaigned for. So you're doing the same thing that they're doing. That does not make you greater. And now all the CBC and all the other black politicians want to fall in line behind you. This man won this election legitimately. And then what about what the president said? He said there's no way this thing could be frauded. He said that. So let's get back to the truth, man. The man beat her fair and square because she is a horrible candidate and she do not know how to campaign. When you campaign, you go to the grassroots and you get with the real people in the grassroots, not just stand behind a bully pulpit. You get out there and get hands-on. You cook with them, you eat with them, you meet with them, you go to the jobs. You understand them, you talk to them. That's what you do, and she didn't do it because she's too good. Obama did that, and that's why he kept winning. Trump took Bernie Sanders' message, and that's how he won. And he went to the places that Hillary Clinton did not go, and those people voted for him and not her. It wasn't Russia. It wasn't WikiLeaks. It wasn't Gucci for 1 and 2, and it wasn't James Comey. It was you running that failed campaign. Now, my next set of punk politicians is going to be the CBC, and my next set of punk politicians is going to be the super delegates. You need to get rid of that freaking system. The Republicans are going to have it. Why do you? You are the reason for Trump. You are. Nobody else. And until you realize that, all you're going to do is start more trouble. We got freaking troops over there on the border of Russia because of this lie being perpetuated as propaganda, and stupid Americans are believing that mess. I would never ever believe the CIA until they give me proof. They're the one who tried to kill Malcolm X. They're the one who tried to kill, and I say probably did, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, and you name it. The CIA to me is the CIA. All they do is lie. I don't believe nothing they said. They said we had weapons of mass, Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction. Nothing. We went and fought and had our soldiers get killed for nothing. No weapons of mass destruction. And we supposed to believe that. People don't believe that crap. Please. Please. And John Lewis voted for that. Telling you, punk politicians, man. I mean, you are going to be the death of America. You selling out to corporate interests is a death to America. You selling out to politicians that can probably get you elected over and over again is the death of America. If Trump, and I'm not a Trump fan, but if he do something good for people, I'm going to back him. If he do something bad for people, I'm going to blast him. I'm going to do what I normally do with any president. I believe there should be term limits. And I'm going to start preaching this Buffett rule on political figures. I'm going to start preaching that on this camera. Anyway, I'm done. I got to get out of here. I just had to get that out. I could not wait another day to hold that in. Yes, I respect John for what he's done back in the 60s. But that's back in the 60s, baby. This is 2017. What have you done for us lately? Nothing. So until you can't live off your past. You sound like Al Bundy. All Al Bundy was talking about, Peg, back in high school, I was pro football. What are you doing now, man? What are you doing now? This ain't back in high school, and this ain't back in the 60s. This is 2017. What have you done? Nothing. Nothing. And until you do Zip it and flip it. I'm talking to all you politicians, John Lewis, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, whoever, Cory Booker, punk behind, throwing old people on the bus because they can't get prescription. You are the Black Grim Reaper. You are the Grim Reaper of the Democratic Party, and I'm going to name you that. You deny a bill that's going to help people get prescriptions to stay alive. You deny it. You struck it down right along with the Republicans. You had Republicans come on our side and say, yes, let's vote this thing because we don't want to see people die. You said, I'd rather see them die. Get out of here, man. I'm done. I'm Bob TV. Y'all punk politicians, your time is up. You're going to be leaving in 2018. Pack your bags and get ready to leave. Peace.